This is my son Goddess 777. Greetings, 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 greetings. Welcome, 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 welcome. What is this? A holiday? It's a Juneteenth holiday. It's really a celebration of the people in the prisoner of wars in Texas in Galveston. I've been to Galveston. The POWs in Galveston that didn't know that they were set free. Um, It's nothing about slave. It's nothing about like coming from Africa or nothing like that. It's just the people in. It's really a Texas. It's really a Texas celebration of the POWs that were released. And they didn't know it, and that's what they commemorate for Texas, the Lone Star State. So I don't know why it's being celebrated as a worldwide holiday, but okay. But happy birthday to my baby that I raised. And she see this or hear this, my baby, it's her birthday. Um, we have had many times together on this day. I was there when she was born. Um, and she was such a special child. She didn't even cry. She actually said hey when she was born. So happy birthday to my baby with that I raised today. This is like I think this is the first time on her birthday. I think it's like the first time I have not seen her on her birthday, but I'm wishing her well. I know she is well, and I will see her soon. But yeah, happy birthday. The old me would have. I'm just happy. I got a lot of memories. I've been looking at a lot of the pictures where we was together and we did a lot of things. I think this is the first birthday that we have not been together, if I'm not mistaken. Cause that's my little roadie. So happy birthday to her. And I hope she is enjoying it and everything. So that's what I'm gonna say. It's a holiday that's for the people in Galveston that were the POWs that were set free from being in a war. I'm not gonna say no slave, but POWs. So that's what this is about. The Galveston release of the POWs, the melanated POWs and everything. So yeah, I've been to that beach. It's so I've been to the beach down there, but it was kind of like a private area. It was nice. It was nice. I've been to several beaches all over the U.S. and out of the country, and I like the water. I like the beaches and the ocean front. So it was nice. It was nice. So yeah, the Juneteenth is for the Galveston melanated POWs that were set free. It's That's what it's about. And like I said, happy birthday to my baby that I raised. This is the first time that I have not. I really think it's the first time I have not been or near her on her birthday because we always together doing things. So happy birthday to her. I hope she's having a good day and I hope to see her soon. I'll get on my other stuff on another day, but I'm just gonna keep it kosher like that. But this is a picture of artists. It's a melanated artist in Georgia that I had sampled some of their art in 2016. And if they see this, I hope they comment on it. But this is actually the artist that was at the Juneteenth event in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. It was in 2021. I think it was 2021 or 2020. It might have been 20. I think it was 2021. It might have been 2022, but I think it was 2021. It was an artist that was there. So this is some of their artwork. Some of the at the big Juneteenth festival in Atlanta, and I love this picture. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of my baby that I raised. It reminds me of me too. But we used to paint and do pictures and stuff like that. So Um, yeah, we did a lot of artwork and all that good stuff. So I be teaching kids how to draw and different stuff and connect with nature. And I've been blessed to be able to homeschool. I had a little volunteer thing where I was teaching online, and I like that too. I mean, I like volunteering. I couldn't do it for no long period of time, but the little time that I did it, I really was I enjoyed it. I did. I was helping out the homeschool the institute. It's an all melanated homeschool institution, and they doing great things. They really are doing great things, and I helped out the Zayak is it Zayak Institute. That's a great that man. Him and his wife. They really are doing a lot with the melanated community. Got their I think they just got their. I know they were doing something in North Carolina, and I think it's finally established now where they're able to get you can put your kids in that school. Is it Zayat? Yeah, it's a very good school. I think they're like in several different states now. It's good. I taught there for a short while, and it's good. Like it's really nice how the kids can go to school. They can go home. They can go to school from home and actually be, what I'm saying, in an accredited school where you can use this school for college. I'm really impressed by that, and I learned a lot. I really learned a lot with this, teaching online. I learned a lot of things. I mean he taught me a lot of stuff, and I learned a lot. So it's pretty cool. I was volunteering, even though I didn't get any compensation, but the learning that I got, it was great. I mean, yeah, I wish I could have stayed longer, but I had some other things I had to attend to. I had some other business that I had to attend to where I couldn't, do it, any longer. But I appreciate the time that I did give. Yep. And I was doing that and still doing these lives. I didn't even say anything about it. A lot of stuff I don't even, a lot of things that I do and I volunteer and I include Mayat's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. And I don't talk about it. Like I don't talk about it. Or I just talk about it later on. But that school is really great. People should be donating to that. That school is actually up and going. It's not like a school that somebody is like. I'm not even trying to throw nobody under the bus because I've worked with I don't know if I should say this. I've worked with other people. I've worked with other people that had like schools and stuff, and they were sort of on some bullshit. But this was strict. This was strictly about business. I could say I could say that the brother is really passionate about his school. He loved those children, and I don't even think that he was like being like paid a lot for some of those students. He just loved what he does. He really is passionate about a school, brother Q, and he really is putting his all into that. And that school really deserves all the support. It deserves all the support that it can get. Because I mean, I've actually taught there, and it's a really great school. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not even perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't dare, get up here and talk negative about somebody in the community that's doing something that amazing. Even though I'm not there at this time, I still am amazed at like the knowledge that he has. And I mean, I was sitting into the I was actually sitting in the meetings, and I'm listening at how they teaching these kids how to code. Like when I was homeschooling, so I've taught kids online, like several students, but I also was personally homeschooling my family member. And when I was homeschooling my family member, he was learning how to code. And I mean, that introduced me to get interested in coding by teaching Well, by assisting my family member with homeschooling, and he went on to his other grade. He got back in. I was like, I don't know why you want to get back in. I know why, cause he wanted look. He liked the girls, and he couldn't be around them girls in the homeschool. So he want to be. He a ladies man, so he want to be around them girls and stuff. I know that he ain't got no. He like women, and that's good. Cause when he was here and he was doing the homeschooling, he be all up there looking at girls on my dad on his computer. I be like, boy, you better do your work, and he up there looking at girls. So honey, he ain't got no sugar in that tank. He like the women, but and if he didn't, I would still love and accept him because I'm not one of them people that that really is into. I just don't want. See, my thing is I just don't want somebody to be touched the wrong way and that influence them to be like that because I know that's not their choice. Their choice has been taken away from them when they have been touched or whatever when they was young. Kind of like they say, turn out. That's what I have counseled and experienced with some of the young ladies and the men and stuff where they were into that lifestyle because their innocence has been taken at a young age and that wasn't their choice. So that's the only thing I have with that. But like I said, he liked the girls, so he wanted to get back into the school system, which is fine. I'm not a person to try to control people. I just don't think that school is good. I never liked it. I always homeschooled myself, and I came out ahead. My test scores were higher than the students even in private school, and I was the only brown one in there. I was homeschooling myself for it was a thing, and probably was a thing, but we didn't. The melanated people didn't know about it. I would turn my work in. I won't trying to go through all the headache, and then I would go before the board, and they'd be like, "Well, her grades are just as good as better than the kids." So I always was in the homeschool anyway. But surprisingly, um, you would have thought I would have been had a program, but you know, I'm doing it now, and I'm glad to have volunteered at the institute with Brother Q. I learned a lot. I'm impressed by that program. I think we should be donating to that school because it's a school that's up and running. He ain't on no BS. He's trying to help the kids. Like I said, when I sat in those meetings, I was impressed at those. He has so many people coming in like engineers and people teaching STEM. I even learned how to teach even better, like by going to volunteering with the institution that I was teaching online. I learned the fundamentals of how to teach in 60 minutes, how to actually teach, like core things within. And brother Q showed me that how to teach, like how you I used to get up here and just run on for hours and hours. It's a way to get to the point without making the children get bored with what you're saying within a certain amount of time. It's a way to do it, and that's what I learned, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate volunteering and helping out. And like I said, people need to donate to that school. It's the Zayak Institute that I sat in meetings and I've listened to those engineers and the technology people and the people they have coming in to teach those high school students so they'll be prepared to go and have a trade too, like technology and coding. And it's just it's amazing what Brother Q is doing at that institution, the Zayak, and it's amazing. Like I said, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. People have ups and downs. I wasn't able to, be there at this time, but I really was glad to volunteer and help out. You know what I'm saying? We as people, we all have up misunderstandings, but at the end of the day, the bigger picture is that is an amazing program. That's an amazing school. He is actually doing the work, and we should do all we can to support a melanated institution like that that's accredited. And he tried to stick to his core principles because he's really open to like different beliefs, but he has a belief system, but he knows those kids need to be accredited to be able to use that education to father themselves, and I really respect the open mindedness and the intelligence, the intellect and stuff like that. Like people like that, it's just that it's rare. it's rare to have real people that care about our kids and stuff like that, and that really passionately love them enough to do it, not for the money, but because he loves. Because he started out with his children, and it just grew into a bigger program. I mean, that school is amazing. I mean, when they vision really come together. Because I was thinking about really putting some of my family members in. I was telling some of my people like, you need to put your kids in that school. That school is pretty. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I will say that. I commend the Zayak Institute and Brother Q and his wife and family. They doing the thing. And I hope to be able to support them in the near future because it's really great. I know they started a program in North Carolina, and that's really needed there. It's really needed there. I was in that school system. I even volunteered with that school system, and I was always involved in the prison pipeline thing. About how the children, how they, it's a lot of racial things going on, and a lot of children being left behind. And it's just so that's good that it's there because it's that means that a change is here. Um, yeah, I'm up here commending the Zayak Institute, Brother Q. I volunteer with them, plan to do some more things in the near future. And I'm just talking about how amazed I was at the team that he has working with those children to get them, on code with technology and the STEM, and making sure that the school is accredited so that they can use that education to further themselves if they want to go into trade or want to further, go into college. And even some of the students that graduated from that school is actually teaching. That's amazing. Like the kids that graduated from the Zaya Institute, they come back and they teach too. So that's amazing. Yeah, like I said, I plan to assist in the near future. I just had a lot of things. I had a lot of things going. I don't talk about a lot of things up here, but I have like very serious like stuff going on where I'm having to like deal with things with my book deals and stuff like that, and things that I've already had, not just starting out. It's been going on, but I'm having stuff that I'm is having to situate and deal with like legal stuff. So yeah, and it's cool. It's nothing bad. It's positive, but it's a lot when I have to like put the things. I have to put like a lot of stuff together. So yeah, but yeah, I did volunteer. I was amazed at and impressed by the overall, the team of people that comes in and really want to get those kids on code with technology, with STEM. Um, I was teaching like English and like social studies. I don't know. I think I tried to teach. I think I was attempting to do like science, but I was only supposed to be doing like the social studies and the English and everything. And it was pretty cool. I've been teaching basically all my life, but when I was teaching like Sunday school and then I was doing the homeschool with my family members, it wasn't a big group. But this was a larger group, and it was like different grades. I think I was teaching like the fourth through eighth grade. Yeah, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. So it was cool. Yep. Hey, Nanyan, how I say that? Or Claro? Nanyan or Claro. How you doing? And who is this? Sarah? Okay, Sarah on Roblox. Hey, and I was saying happy birthday to my baby that I miss so much. I miss all of them. I miss all my babies, but this is my baby birthday, and I think this might be the first time we was not together doing something fun, but it's okay. And when I do see my baby, I'm gonna make up for it. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, more neighbor. So yeah, like I said, I was homeschooling my family member, and that was pretty cool. And then I got a big class. I was teaching fourth through eighth, and going through another case that I was dealing with, having to put a lot of stuff together. I was like, oh my god, like this. And then I got other business deals. I got a situation. I I need a dago. I need an assistant. That's what I need. I need to be paying somebody to do all this stuff. I'm tired of doing it. I need a damn assistant. And I'm gonna get me one soon. Oh shit. Woo, I'm gonna have to pay him. Definitely. But yeah, I was thinking about like how we be beating ourselves up too. We be beating ourselves up when I'm not. Somebody told me that I like to make. I think they was telling me I like to make excuses. But no, I used to be really hard on myself and other people until I realized like I have to have more compassion for myself, and I gotta have compassion for other people. You know, I got a Venus in Virgo, and you know how the Virgo is. Everything gotta be perfect, and everything gotta be in order. And that OC, what is it, OCD? And I look, everything is not gonna be like that. Order and chaos. It's balance. You know, you gotta have balance. But I was just thinking. I think about like what we went through in the I'm a generation considered the younger version of the Generation X. I'm not the I'm the younger specialist. But yeah, so Generation X, I was thinking like they always I have people telling me like cuz I didn't do everything right, but I was into Christianity. We was into the Pentecostal holiness, so to get to to righteify, that's my word I made up, to righteify sex. It was fornication not to be married. Now, I'm not saying that I was a virgin, a V when I got married, but I did get married. And a lot of times we did that because we wanted to be, legally able to, so we wouldn't say we was sinning. And that's not the only reason, but I'm saying, I know a lot of people got married young in the church and whatever, and it wasn't the things that we probably should have been doing, right? That's not no reason to get married. But we would a lot of us was not virgins when we got married, but anyway, I'm saying people will say, "Oh, if you get married and you go to church and pray and God gonna work everything out." That's not how it works. That's not true. When my dating pool got out of school, we did not have many good choices. By the time we got out there, most of the guys were already targeted with the crack cocaine. That means they were chemicalized. Then we were also simultaneously fighting the AIDS epidemic. Then it was the crime bill coming into effect with the mass incarceration. With the then what we have after that, we had the crime bill, we had the AIDS epidemic, and it was affecting everybody, but it was mainly affecting the melanated people, which they call us the minorities. So we dealing with the mass incarceration, most of the community being either selling or addicted to crack cocaine or both, right? Then simultaneously fighting mass incarceration and the AIDS epidemic, where you seeing people dying. Like I was into the medical field, so I'm working at a hospital, and I'm seeing little girls that's like 16 and 19 dying, and I'm like, it's no way they could have. I'm asking them, I'm like, what happened? The little girl is like, it was a guy that was a dealer, a drug dealer, that was sneaking in these little girls' windows and infecting them, like while their parents in the bed, fucking bed sleep. So I'm like, if that ain't some agent shit right there, if that ain't some plant shit, how in the hell can people be so evil? You know you got something like that, and you sneaking in these little girls' windows while their parents is like, oh, my daughter is in bed, sleep, safe. Somebody's infecting your child with something like that. So we got to be aware. It's the and see that was back then, but these same programs are still ongoing. We have to be aware, and let me tell you. So let's go back even farther. Let's go back a little farther to um when they did the integration, how that took the money out of the. Now I ain't going back. I could go back farther than that, but with the integration and we leaving, like everybody say, oh, Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. That was when Black Wall Street was destroyed. No, it wasn't. That it was Black Wall Streets all in, even in Durham. It was a man in Durham and other places. It was a man in Durham that had his own airport. Was a black man. Black Wall Street was not destroyed with the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. It still was plenty of Black Wall Streets all through North Carolina, all through the different states in the U.S. I'm telling you, Black people had their own bus state. And look at Claude Anderson even verified it. They had their own restaurants. More Black people owned their own land and homes back then. They had their own neighborhoods. When the integration thing came about and the Martin Luther King thing and all this civil rights stuff, it was about we want to go to their restaurants, we want to ride their buses. We had our own stuff, but it was a brainwashing to make you think that the other people's stuff was better, and that was a trick to tap into the Black wealth. Because think about it. Imagine how much money was roaming back then. Because we had the watermelon farmers that they were picking on, talking about watermelon and watermelon. I want to be called a watermelon. Call me watermelon. They were making millions of dollars just from the watermelons. Also, they had a dollar rotating over 30 days in the Black community, so they were trying to tap into that wealth. They wanted to tap into the wealth of the black people wealth back then. It probably was trillions more than now. Like they said, we are $1 trillion spending. Come on, it was more than that back then because they had gold. Come on, they ain't telling you that these people had land. They had gold, and on some of those lands that they had, honey, it was oil. So they had land, they had resources, they had gold, they had assets. These people had money and wealth, like generational wealth. They lying to you, telling you like, oh, how in the hell is slaves gonna have all that land and lost? I believe it was billions of acres. They say millions. Ain't no damn slaves gonna have no. Anyway, prisoner of wars would. POWs, not no slaves that come from another country. That don't even add up. But anyway, Black Wall Street was still booming because I know it was. It was in Durham. It was in Green. They had bus stations in Greensboro. It was a black man that had his own airport in Durham, North Carolina, honey. It's receipts to prove that. Black people had their own, but the thing was get them thinking that to go move into other people's neighborhoods, go to their schools is better. Their stuff, the other people's stuff is better. So that's what did it. That's what killed Black Wall Street was the integration. And you notice once the melanated people started integrating into these other cultures, the black dollar stopped rotating in the community over 30 days and our money just got taken, you know what I'm saying? Like now, like you see how the Asians moving to they not giving nothing back and they how they money booming? Cause our money don't circulate long enough amongst us, so now you big stat. We're gonna go fast forward it up. They had a divide of the black man and the black woman, but they helped those other cultures to stay together. They did the housing thing where they helped them buy houses and stay a family. A lot of our people were divided against each other. And then, here we move up to like the baby boomers, and then the baby boomers really got brainwashed with a lot of this bullshit. They really got brainwashed. And then with us, with the Gen Xers, we were on our own race. Our parents weren't never home. They was always working and stuff. So, and the wealth that they had, either now they're not gonna leave us anything, or they still alive hoarding the wealth, or they picks who they picking and choosing who they gonna and they ain't got much to leave. If anything, what's a few hundred? What's $50,000 now? What's $100,000 now? What's that? I mean, you got other people which is done by design because they have stolen the wealth, but you got those people leaving they people like, oh my god, like, oh shoot. I mean, it's really unfair, and people say, oh, you making excuses. Y'all coulda. Everybody is not waking up the same, and I'm commending the melanated people for how they are waking up now. They really waking up, but I've been on this a long time ago, but I can't get upset and be like, well, they should have did this long time ago. Yeah, I agree. We should have, all of us as a collective, because one person can't tell other people what to do. I agree we should have been woke up, but hey, it's better late than never. And I ain't saying it's too late either. But so we really didn't have a good dating pool like we thought. A lot of those men were already been in prison by the time and a lot of back then you couldn't look up to see who had been incarcerated and stuff. Like now, you can't hide nothing unless it's been sealed or some shit. Like if it's been sealed, that's different. But if you got the right connections and the right know the right people, you can look at sealed shit. You know what I'm saying? If you in them certain groups and know certain people, you can look at that shit. But I'm just saying, like we didn't really have a lot of support from like our parents because we were the latchkey kids and stuff like that, and we didn't have like a good. They say, "Oh, you could have chose better, or you could have got a better person." It's rare. Then most of those guys had already been fucked up. They were either like on drugs, out there selling drugs, or doing a combination of both, or had been in prison. And so I'm doing my research and have been doing my research where it does not matter how right you do things. It does not matter how good you are, how much you followed the rules, how much education you got. You still were targeted as a group. And it's don't be, I mean, you still was targeted as a group. It wasn't a lot of good choices for our group back then. It wasn't where you could just like, oh, I'm gonna find this. Most of those people back then were like intentionally targeted to be. They put it in the crack cocaine, the HIV stuff. We blessed to not be. If you have not had an addiction or you don't have any disease now, being in that era, you a really blessed person because it was hard. Like it was freaking hard. I seen people dying all around me, and I didn't trust being married because I seen married women get taken out with that stuff. So honey, I mean, they be like, oh, y'all generation is messed up. I guess they are. Look at all they went through. Look at all the Generation X went through. I used to be like, yeah, they really messed up. But I mean, if I hadn't done my work on myself, I'd be sitting up here tripping out too. Cause it's too much. Like it was too much. Like they targeted us so bad. And the reason now I know why they targeted us because they said it was the messiahs that was supposed to come out of our generation. It was the messiahs that was supposed to come. So they really had to either get rid of a lot of them, put them in prison, indoctrinate them and mess them up, make them had to, take their manhood and split them. When they mess with them as little kids. And I noticed that in my Generation X group, it was a lot. Most of the kids were assaulted by family members or the siblings mess with other siblings, the sister messing with the brother messing with the sister, the cousin messing with the little kids or the friend of the family or the daddy or the mama, the boy. It was even situations where the step daddies and stuff and just a whole lot of sexual assault and pedophilia stuff was going on in generation. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that was done by design. I think a lot of those people was put into prison and let out. And a lot of them prisoners went into them homes and took advantage. I know a lot of them women that had good jobs that worked with my mom. A lot of them were dating ex convicts. It was a lot of men that went to prison. I think what in the 80s. Yeah, they put a lot of them men in prison when they came out. I don't know if they were monsters before they went in there, but they was out here messing with these kids. Cause I know a few cases where some of my family members had good jobs. The women and that man, he was working two and three jobs, but he had been in prison before. And one of my family members' cousin was being messed with by the stepdaddy and stuff. I mean, this was normal it was normal. I'm like, damn, like they had it coming at us in all kind of ways. You won't safe in the homes. Thank goodness for my grandmother because she really watched out and did the best she could. But I won't always with my grandmother. I had to go back home sometimes. So when I was with my grandmother, I was really protected. I'm glad for them. See, that was the last generation of them women like that. And if you act like that now, If you act like my grandmama and them acted, they gonna be mad. The daughter, the son, the family members gonna be mad with you being protective over the kids because they want to be able to do what they want to do with their kids. If they want to date a damn if they want to date a damn pedophile, they want you to just say no, don't say nothing. Let the kids just suffer through it. You know what I'm saying? It's my life. These are my kids. You don't have no say. That's how they is now. If you want to protect your kids and your family now, you really got to go through a lot with the women because these women, if they fall in love with these men, they got free bands, free range in that fucking household with the little kids. You can't be. It ain't like the Mardukes. You know, Mardukes gonna be like, leave my grandbaby with me. I don't know that. My grandmama used to say right now, I don't know them people. I don't know them strange folk. We be at my grandmama house unless I guess my mama didn't want. And some of these women. Some of these women ain't thinking right when they get that ping, honey. That man put that ping on them, it's over for them kids. Cause and no matter what that kid come tell their parent, a lot of times they not gonna believe it. Cause that man, they in love. They like, I know he wouldn't do nothing like that. You just want him to leave. And the kid is telling you the whole time, like, this nigga ain't about shit. But you so in love. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to really be careful with our women. Cause this been going on. This ain't just happened. They been making they I guess because it ain't really good. It's not really a good dating pool. I don't think it's been a good dating pool for our women since what? I say what? Hell, the 60s? No, after them assassinations, after them dirty Moors done infiltrated and got in here, and they done put their legislator in and done messed all these men up. This dating pool ain't been shit since probably like the 70s, before the 70s. Probably like the 60s. Since the 60s. I say the 60s when right before they took out Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they really started putting their legislature into place and Kennedy. Right. This dating pool ain't been shit in a while, man. And then what's sad is we expect the next generation to have it all together. And they done already messed up the Gen X. So you know the millennials called it dealing with the Gen Xers. Cause the Gen Xers, when they had kids, by the time the Generation X had kids, their mind was already gone. Even if they had education, even if they had a job, even if they had a husband and this and that, a lot of the Generation X needed some serious therapy before we ever had kids or got married. You know what I'm saying? But we just roughed it on out. And the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I tell mine, I be like, a lot of our generation grew up with their children because we didn't have no childhood a lot of times. We had to take care of ourselves. Shit. I had to take care of my parents when I was like 16, 17, 18, 19. Shit, I wasn't even 23 or 22, and my dad living with me because he got sick. My mama getting sick from working them jobs that they was working with all them chemicals and them damn them families working them jobs with them damn draconian families that were poisoning them, and ain't no telling what other stuff they were doing to them people. And they thinking they making a lot of money and got a good job, and they working for them evil companies. So I had like a childhood, but I'm talking about like a teenage years, and I know I didn't have no. I had to be an adult before my brain was fully developed because they left us on our own. Everybody thought that we had a silver spoon in our mouth because that it looked like they family got this and that. Man, shit. Everybody, what I realized, I told my classmate this. I was like, listen, I thought I had some money till I got fucking started growing titties and ass and started becoming a little woman. And I thought I had some money. I had to get it. I had to get it just like y'all over there in the hood. She was like, I know. I said, yeah, I had to get it. I had to get it just like grew up in the damn hood like anybody else. I had to get out there and get it. I didn't have no. I thought I had a silver spoon. Shit, little did I know. I ain't had no silver spoon. Motherfuckers started getting sick before I even turned 15. Shit. So that shit, I mean, and I ain't saying that people don't get sick, but it's the fact of after they get sick, they expect you to take. I was a child, like a child, and all that was put upon me. And motherfuckers, when they did get their little disability and compensation, everybody else they helped out. They did not do shit for the motherfucker that they tortured, traumatizing that motherfucker that was there, sticking by them, helping them out when they was sick and down. They ain't give a fuck about me. They helped everybody else but me. I mean, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, I don't look for nothing from them people. I don't look for. They don't owe me a damn. They don't owe me a damn thing. All I ask is, if you don't mean me no good, leave me alone. I don't want to. I don't. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to no two-faced motherfucker that don't mean me no. Just leave me alone. I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to. I don't even want to think about the bad memories we had, nigga. I want to forget you straight like that. And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who you are, if you carry me or not. I don't care if you my mama, daddy, sister, brother, whatever. If you don't mean me no good, leave me the fuck alone. Cause listen, I'm not gonna keep pretending and acting like it. Look, if you trigger me, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be like, look, motherfucker, I remember what you did back in 1875. So, bitch, yeah, I done forgave, but I ain't forgot. But I'm still sensitive, and I can be triggered. It looked like you trying. I remember what you did back in 1875. So you trying to get away with some shit now in 2026? That ain't gonna fly. We need to go our separate ways, because I'll be there to fuck you up. Don't play with me. Play with your bitch. Don't play with me. That's the kind of person I am. If you done did something and you talking about, oh, I'm sorry, and we can work it out and this and that, but you want to sit there and still try to play in my face like that wishy washy shit, I'm gonna be like, bitch, I remember what you did back in 1876 now, and now you trying to add some more shit to it. I forgive, but I don't forget. And this some new stuff. So now you done retracted and brought the stuff looped around that you did do, because you trigger me with this new shit you trying to do. So yeah, I might have forgave you, but while you sitting up there thinking you can still play with me, I done loop that back with the shit you did do, because you weren't sincere in the first place. So you gonna get a double slap. But we really do need to not be so hard on ourselves. I'm not saying be lazy and make excuse, but a lot of times people say people lazy, it be depression, it be anxiety, it be stuff that they going through and they feel stuck and stuff. They feel like they self-sabotaging because they feel like they can't let go. They can't get out of the loop because they not they're not able to sit still and go within and heal themselves. They're not able to regulate their nervous system, and that takes training and it takes time. And I can show you how to do it. Yes, definitely. I can definitely show you how to do that. I can show you how to slow down, because I had so much on my mind years ago. My mind used to be all over the place, all over the place. Like I be in so much. This is before the pandemic too. And even after that, I was still dealing with fear mongering and, oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen when the pandemic hit and all this and that, and the thinking about the movie Bird Box and anxiety, and I mean I was all over the place. I could not slow my mind down. I couldn't get my mind together and regulate my nervous system, and I wasn't. I was still on the hill. I'm forever on the healing journey, but I was at the lower end spectrum of healing. I wasn't able to look back and say, I done came over some of this stuff. I was just, it seemed like I was just suppressing stuff still. Like I wasn't being like, I was trying to keep the peace. I was like, well, if I say what I really feel, then I'm gonna lose this relationship. Or if I say what I really feel, then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings, and I don't want to do that. Honey, I got tired of sitting at that crossroad. Even though you need to do things with love, the truth is gonna hurt regardless. People don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to take account. I didn't want to go within myself and start working on myself and owning my shit and taking accountability. I didn't want to do that. That is hard. That is hard to be like, you are the problem. You are the drama. Looking at yourself in the mirror, and all this stuff we see in there is a reflection and a test for you to pick a side, and oh Lord, and to trigger your emotions about racism, and oh my God, I can't believe they did this. Man, that ain't, like somebody said, that ain't nothing, but it exists. It do. People. I'm not getting caught up in that race loop, that skin color loop. I'm not gonna do it every time and I know it's before the election. I'm trying to figure out what in the world they throwing all this race baiting stuff that's happening at us at this time. And it's got to be where there's a portal open and something is going on spiritually. That's why I take all that energy and I want to use it. I'm using it for to build my own galaxy, my own system. I'm taking that energy and using it for myself. They not getting me out of whack, getting me out of my. They not getting me out of pocket. They not getting my mind out of whack with this damn. Oh, this happened here. This happened here. This happened over here. This happened here. We got aliens over here. We got aliens over there. And this is they hurting your people. They hurting you. They hurting you. They don't like you. They don't like. Man, I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care no more. I don't. I'm over that. Like they trying to keep us in a loop. That's what I believe it is, man. They trying to keep us in a loop. Don't fall for the okie doke. Do not fall for it. Keep going within. Keep taking account. Keep healing. And keep expanding your heart with unconditional love. If you need to protect yourself, stay dangerous. But be balanced. You don't have to be all loving like, oh, I love everybody. Oh, I forgive everybody. Oh, I turn up. Sometimes you might gotta swat a fly and chop a motherfucker down if you need to. You gotta stay balanced. But I'm just saying, like, don't be too focused on like the media and what they bringing at us about this happening that. We need to stay aware of what's going on, but don't let it get you where you all in your emotions and you all this like that stupid shit. That man is a plant and they probably using him to stir our emotions up and stuff about that Carlo Anthony boy. I don't even and I'm wondering, I gotta check some things out because this whole case, this whole trial seemed like a ritual to me. It seemed like a freaking ritual. I mean, it just don't seem real. Like, where do they have? I don't think it's a real. I might be wrong. I'm gonna figure it out. Believe you me. I'm gonna figure it out. They don't. When do they have a trial sentencing like that on a Saturday? When do a judge behave like this? I ain't never seen this in my life since I've been here this time around. I ain't never seen nothing like this with no situation like this. I never seen this. It's like it's a ritual or something. I don't know. Like they can't get us to budge, so they're like, we got to do something out of this world. This shit is hellish, you know. So I'm just saying, be aware, because your energy is more valuable than any money. Your energy is to them. That lush, they got to be desperate for it. The lush, they need that energy bad, because honey, they going far. Got somebody taking out a little 1 year old. Then they got this boy sitting up here shaving his head, and okay, let's say he was guilty or is guilty. Still, everybody deserve a fair trial. So they really try to get us out of our pocket, out of our emotions and stuff. I'm just saying, be aware, stay grounded, tap into yourself, keep healing and focusing on you. Don't let these distractions get you, because shit. I had something to say about that man. I ain't even gonna say his name. That dirty Moore plant. I'm not even gonna give him no credit saying that name. So, I seen somewhere where it looked like he was in Louisiana or New Orleans, honey. You can do all the stuff you want to do, but if you don't have the right intention, your shit don't work out. Shit don't work out when you don't have the right intention and you ain't in the right heart space. So all that stuff you doing, it's got to come. It's got to come back to you. Whatever you put out, whether you playing a character, whether you pretending or you just trying to play a game, it all comes back. Whatever energy that you put out. So yeah. Trying to think, do I need to talk about something else? Oh, and yeah, that disclosure movie. Everybody got their reaction on it, on that movie and stuff like that. My reaction is that it's probably is real footage, and that probably are something they created, like the grays or whatever, because a lot of them aliens don't look like that. They look like melanated people. Some of them look like white people or whatever. So they don't just look like no weird that those things in that um full disclosure movie do look like those things that Aleister Crowley was drawing. It does look like those things that he was drawing. And you ask me how I know that? Because I done seen the pictures of those things he was drawing. That do look like that stuff that Aleister Crowley was drawing. So yeah, I just took my own reaction from it on. I'm just gonna say, yeah, they could possibly trying to keep people divided from their divine masculine and divine feminine. But it seemed like shit. From my experience, you do gotta watch who you in a relationship with. You gotta watch out for them. Seem like they do get infiltrated, and they, you know what I'm saying, like on the Matrix. That movie did have a lot of undertones of the Matrix. I saw that too. It really did. But in general, I guess it was good for Steven Spielberg at 79. All the information he done collected and the experience he done got in filmmaking. And then, the CIA is involved in the movie, so they gotta give us messages. Even if we don't know how to decode them, they at least they like, oh yeah, well, we put it out there. We don't know how to decode the numbers, and numbers have a meaning and stuff, and letters do too. Letters equal out to numbers. So we gotta learn how to look at symbolism, because they put everything in symbolism. That'll be their downfall. So we have to learn how to decode these messages and use our discern. Now you in this game, this end game, and it ain't the end of the world. It's the end of their game. We gotta have on all our stuff. We gotta have on all our superpower hero weapons and superpowers. We gotta have on the discernment. We gotta have the logic popping off. Honey, we gotta know how to decode symbolism. We gotta know how to do the damn gematria and all that shit. Hell, we better know some magic too. Shit. We gotta know how to meditate, all we gotta have a power pack like in the video game there, honey. You better have your power pack on. I done seen some shit last night. I ain't gonna talk about it. It wasn't even nothing. It was more spiritual. Like I seen it. I was like, oh wow. Like, ain't this a bitch? They got going on. And I seen stuff like that all throughout my life, but I'm just saying, like, you better have on a full armor now. You know how they say? So that you can withstand. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness. And they know who you are. They know who you are when you were born. They done mapped out the damn latitude, longitude on your birth chart. No. They know who you are. They know they matter of fact, they targeted they knew the black messiah the creep coming through between the 70s and the 80s. So they target us heavy. They targeted us with all this shit they did, what I was talking about with the mass incarceration, the AIDS epidemic, the damn crime bill, the oh chemicalizing these men and all that stuff. The NAFTA, even that NAFTA shit later on, even that taking the jobs away, it affected a lot of the black men without college degrees, NAFTA and all that, taking the jobs and moving them abroad. And Clinton playing that saxophone, eating that Burger King, and riding on that Epstein, Lolita Express. His name is up there 26 times. Well, he was on that damn plane with Epstein, and he's sitting up there. That's how they do. It's like playing a clown game, like Dairyland and all that shit. Like they got the ball in one hand and they throwing the ball up in the air, and you looking to the right, and they really coming at you in the fucking left. It ain't it's that's their thing. That's their court gesture. That's what Sir Ducatil be talking about. That's how they play with us. They appear to be smiling, just like that movie from. They appear to be smiling and shape shifting in your face, and they act like they cool with you, and they taking money from you the whole damn time, and you voting them in, and the whole damn time they got policies that they connected with that's gonna not just hurt you, but them shit gonna take lives and destroy your people. But you cool because they eating that Burger King and they can play the saxophone. And you don't never believe smiling face. They made songs about it. You need to go back and listen to all them old songs. Smiling faces. You need to listen to all them old, but that's why they don't let people set. That's why they don't let these rappers and stuff since the 90s and on up to now sample a lot of this old school music, because it's got vibrations and it's got rhythms and harmonics in it, that what the message that person meant during that time to give you that message, even if it's simple, you gonna feel that message. You gonna feel it in your bones, through your bloodstream and all that. So you need to go back and start listening to that old music, even though they turned the hertz down and all that, the megahertz of the music. You still need to tap in and start meditating. That's what I was doing for years. That's what got me tapped in, listening and meditating to that to that old music. I'm talking about old music. Like I've been doing that all my life. That's very grounding. Listening to that music, even though they turned the hertz down, just tapping in, listen to the harmonics of that music. A lot of times, it's one that Alice Coltrane, Marvin Gaye, who else? The guitar player. What's the guitar player that was tapped in? All that music. You know what I'm saying? Just even James Brown, all that shit, all of it. Definitely Michael Jackson, Prince, hell, all that music, all even older than that. I go back and listen to shit that's back in the damn probably 30s and 40s and shit. I be listening to fucking Strange Fruit. Damn right. I be listening to that shit. So yeah, it's just tapping in and it's all within you. You know, you looking for a hero, you looking for a savior, you looking for something on the outside. It's all within you. You gotta tap in. But this has been my son Goddess 777. Support Maya Simple. Like I said, we be doing our thing. I didn't talk about me teaching and volunteering at the institution, but it's a wonderful school. I am so impressed by how uh they had the STEM program and all the technology experts that they have coming in working with those children, teaching them how to build computers. I mean, it's impressive. I was just amazed sitting in meetings for hours and hours and listening. I learned a lot. I am glad. See, I have been blessed to be able to work with some amazing people. I respect the brother Q. He doing his thing. Like I said, we need to donate to him. He has a school. It's accredited. Your kids can go there. I think they're in like what 16, maybe 30, 16 to 30 states. That's a wonderful program. We need to get our kids out of these schools. We do. It'd be nice if we had like trade programs we could build for our children, like trade. We need our own schools. We need our own trade schools. We need our own supermarkets, our own hospitals, and scientific labs. People that's melanated, that are not traders, that are studying our blood and all this and that, and studying our biology and finding holistic ways to heal us, not the pharmaceutical stuff that's fucking up our organs and stuff. That way we can start living a lot longer. We're not supposed to get out of here at the time frames we do. You know, we supposed to be living for shit over 500 years. But the way they have set it up to poison us and got us eating the wrong diet and drinking poison water and breathing. That's what's doing it. And then not only that, the doctors. There's some good things. There's some good doctors out here. It's some good attorneys out here. It's some good teachers. But a lot of these people are down with the get down. A lot of them smile in our faces, but at the same time, they're around us. They're around our kids. They got access to all of our vulnerable DNA and information and all this and that. And they're really with the get down. They're really working with the dirty Moors. Okay. And a lot of them that look like us are dirty Moors. Okay. And he got money, she got money. They look good, girl. They got it going on, girl. They got it. Look at what they driving, girl. They got it. Look at that house they live in. That's all a lot of us care about, and that's what's gonna be our downfall. It says it in your Bible that you believe that's God's word. It says, "Do not admire the oppressor, or take on none of his ways, and do not worship money. The love of money is the root of evil." Not having money. Money ain't evil. Money is energy. Currency, we are money. We currency. The love of it is the love of it. Not having money, but loving it and doing anything for it. I'll do anything if you pay me. I be glad when we don't have to deal with that. I be glad when I'm in a dimension and I'm in a realm. I speak it right now. I'm in a realm and resonating with a realm that I don't have to deal with people that'll do anything for money. Those people that will do anything for money will not even come within my vicinity. Those ones they won't even cross my timeline. They won't even come in alignment with me at all. Those dirty Moors type people that'll do anything for money. A person that'll do anything for money is a dangerous motherfucker. You can say, "Oh man, they won't do." They'll do anything. You cannot trust them. You cannot trust a person. That's why a lot of the societies that use our melanated people as puppets and agents, they get rid of them eventually because they know that if they do this to their own people, they can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. Off with their heads. They know they smart enough to know that loyalty is priceless, and that if you would do that to your own for some money, what in the hell will you do to them? They know that. They know eventually that motherfucker gonna go rogue and turn on them. It ain't gonna be enough. They didn't give them enough, and they gonna have to take their ass out or put them away. That's what they are. Is that all? That has always happened. It never fails. They use them as a puppet, and we call them a dirty Moor. They infiltrate our organizations and infiltrate our communities. But in the end, those people don't want them either because they know they cannot be trusted. They will sell out anything for $1. They have no morals. They have no values. I don't want to be in. I don't even want to be on a algorithm with no motherfucker like that. I'm telling you. I don't want nothing to do with a sellout or plant a dirty moral motherfucker. That's what's been the problem too. They send people like it be people that look like us that we think is smiling faces all the time. I'm sick of that shit, and I can discern, but I be telling people like, yo, they ain't for you like you think. That motherfucker ain't right. Nobody oh girl, you just being jealous. They got it going on. Whole time. They doing the Bill Clinton, playing the saxophone, eating that Burger King, and two-stepping in front of you while and mass incarceration. NAFTA, North American, what is it? The North American Trade Agreement took all the fucking jobs for the regular black men, and the damn yeah, they got crack cocaine. That motherfucker that motherfucker gotta do 85% of their time. They ain't got no coke, pure coke. If it's crack that we put in the black community, then that motherfucker gotta do 85% of their time. Fuck that. Fuck it. And then we got the ones, oh, I'm a Democrat and I'm for the black people. And I know y'all been disenfranchised. And I know, man, forget about some reparations. We want our land back and our resources, motherfucker. Fuck that. We want our shit back that y'all stole. The D's and all like it. And stop, and y'all can stop doing the shit you doing now. So yep. So we have to get tapped in from within so we can put on the whole armor and get our superpowers back, baby. When I say superpowers, I ain't talking about being able to fly because a lot of us, if we were able to fly around and had powers like them X-Men and like we used to have the Egypt men and the Egypt women, we would be hurting each other and doing stupid shit. We got to get on our superpower first of having discipline over ourselves, knowing ourselves, controlling our emotions, regulating our nervous system, being able to be told when you fucking wrong and not get pissed off like, how dare you tell me I'm doing something wrong? I mean, damn, yeah. Yeah, you need to be checked when you can't check yourself. Learn how to check yourself so nobody else don't. And the women, jeez, take it. Now we know the men. Now we already know the men. You know what I'm saying? Be full of it. But come on, sisters, women. Not even just women. I'm not even just talking about my melanated, but I'm talking to my melanated women. But I'm talking to all women. You can't be. I mean, you can only go but so far with manipulation and beauty before it's time to check yourself. I mean, men yeah, they full of it, but they getting tired. They tired too. They tired of our shit. They tired of our shit. I mean, some of us ain't never wrong. We always playing the victim when we know we was a damn co-conspirator. We know we was a co-conspirator. It was all good just a week ago, but now it's oh my god, oh I can't believe this. Oh god, come on, you got that's wrong. You got to take accountability for your shit too. Just cause you a woman, that ain't giving you a pass. And our matriarchy has done a lot of damage. It has, cause we have been weaponized. A lot of us been weaponized a long time ago against our own children, against the men, against anybody that ain't agreeing with our bullshit. We don't. You can't. If we feel like we got a certain credential of a pastor or a preacher or educationist. You can't tell us shit. You listen. You can be a rocket scientist. You can be a damn queen, a goddess, or whatever. But you still can be wrong, and you still need to be checked and take accountability for your shit. You could be slipping. What they say, the only people that can rule successfully is so many words. The Bible say this, and I use all the tools. I use all the fucking tools, honey. All the tools. I use it. It's a tool, and I use it for my good. A righteous leader and a successful leader can only be successful with wise counsel. That's what it's saying in so many words. So if you don't have the people around you telling you the truth, then how can you lead successful when everybody kissing your ass, making it seem like, oh yeah, you don't talk to her like that. She's the mother, she's the grandmother, she's this and that. I ain't saying the go nobody's supposed to be cussing you out and calling you all kind of hoes and bitches and stuff, and like we hear in the music, and putting a woman down and trying to be abusive and stuff like that. But if somebody telling you something and they telling you in a respectful manner and they telling you how they feel and you want to act like they wrong for that, you need to really check yourself because there's something wrong with you if somebody can't tell you the truth. And you're not going to be able to lead in the future with an abuse of power. If women are abusing power just as well as men, yeah, this is a patriarchy or whatever that we have been in before the Aquarius age. But a lot of women don't need to be ruling either because a lot of these women are fucked up. They patriarchal too. They done been poisoned and messed up, and they ain't got the right hearts and the right spirits to be leading nobody either. So it ain't just the men. It's a purge, a cleansing that has to go on. We have it's been too much abuse of power, and it ain't the fact of skin color. These motherfuckers don't they okay the people that's we know they got a lot of them got a calcified pineal gland. They don't know they in survival mode. They wasn't a lot of them won't supposed to be here anyway. So they in survival mode. If they have a baby with another race, they gone. That's how weak they genes and stuff is. We know that. But I'm talking about our people. What are we doing? Like we can clean up our communities. We can take accountability for our stuff. We can do it. We can check it. All you gotta do is take accountability of what's going on around you. Start cleaning up your house, your household. Start taking accountability for your stuff. That's how you do it. It starts at home. It starts at home. That's what I did. That's what I did. I started at home with myself and the people right around me. I started telling them the truth. You know, a lot of them don't want to talk to me no more because they said that, you know what I'm saying? I done lost my mind. The stuff that I'm confronting them about, it did not never happen. I'm just crazy, and they've been telling me that all my life. Like I just imagine this stuff, and they don't feel this way. They didn't do nothing to me, but thankfully I got receipts and I have witnesses. You know, I have witnesses and people that seen things and know it ain't God ain't gonna have you out here. Big mama ain't gonna have you out here just looking crazy all the time, like you just falsely accusing people of stuff that they didn't do. God, my big mama ain't gonna have you all alone. You know what I'm saying? He say, even though my mother and my father neglect me, then I would take, then will I say this, big mama and righteous father and my ancestors that love me unconditionally take me up. Though my mother and my father forsake me. You know what I'm saying? You could be a person that you ain't had no parents or whatever, or nobody to really love you. But I tell you what, you got a spiritual mama and daddy that love you. You need to figure out who that is. That's what come from tapping in, going within and tapping into your soul, your insides, your heart space, and letting that shit go. Be like, yeah, that was an incubator. And I ain't gonna disrespect that incubator and that sperm donor or whatever. I ain't got no hard feeling against them or whatever. I don't hate them, but at the same time, um, I'm connecting with my. I'm connecting with my spiritual mother and father. You know what I'm saying? You might got more than one, because if you went through a lot with your earthly parents and you know you ain't did nothing to them to deserve that, you ain't put your hands on them people or been disrespectful to the point where they just hate you for no reason like that, you know you got a lot of love in the spiritual realm. I'm just telling you that it's all reversed and flipped backwards. If you got hell with these damn earthly parents and stuff like that and the family members, you know you got a team in the spiritual realm. And this has been my son Goddess. I just wanted to encourage y'all to go within, keep working on yourself. Don't let these distractions get to you. Heal and heal and heal and heal. and create the think about the reality that you want. And if you can help somebody, help them. If you can help them with good intentions and your discernment is intact, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they want you to help them so that they can have you in bondage and in a loop. But if your spirit is telling you that it's all right, you know what I'm thinking about. I don't know why I'm thinking about some tapioca. If your spirit is leading you that that's a clear intention that you can help somebody and you can do it and you're not gonna hurt yourself, then do it. And don't look for nothing in return. Do it with a pure heart. Do it. Have a pure heart space. And like I said, keep grounding, keep doing your breathing exercises, your stretching and being in nature and all of that good stuff, and sun gazing, and expanding your heart space and keeping your heart light as a feather. Cause you know what I'm saying? Don't think that it don't matter the things that you do. What you do affect everything. It affects, they say that if you doing something positive on that, it affect the whole area that you live in from miles away. The what you do, the energy that you put out, it affects that whole. And I know that to be true because I done tested that out. Cause I done tested that one out, baby. I done been in some places, and when I got there, it was all fucked up. And when I started, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing, it changed up the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So it works. So and y'all be aware, going out alone, make sure you got your spiritual stuff. Make sure you got your mason, your stuff on you, whatever you need to have. And be aware, don't be turning your back in these parking lots and stuff like that. These people be acting weird. Don't be scared. Don't go out in fear. But you have your protection, your spiritual and your physical protection, and you have your mind aware. And don't be rushing, rushing, rushing. Be aware of people, you know what I'm saying? Because they be acting weird. They be acting weird. They people be acting weird in these places, these establishments and stuff. I don't know I don't know if the vaccine kicking in or they NPCs and being triggered or they sleepers. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But yeah, I done seen some strange stuff. But y'all have a wonderful free Friday, Venus Day, Love Day. This has been my son goddess. Support, like, and share. Support Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. We can't stop. We won't stop. We can't stop. We won't stop. And I will be coming to you with some stuff soon to show you how to do that there. But y'all have a wonderful Friday. All right.